This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Toronto Raptors in their house, Air Canada Centre. For Toronto, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. One of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's been an all-star before, not really a household name, though. Does he get the underrated tag from you, Shaq?
Yeah, you know, he's never been the center of attention on his teams, even back in his college days at Florida. But very much a blue-collar post player. He brings it every night.
Well, if you're an NBA player or an NBA fan, you know, that really pays attention to the game, you know Al Horford, you know his abilities. But if you're a casual fan, I would say, yes, he is underrated to the casual fan, the people who kind of check in on the weekends. I would say they don't know how good he really is.
Very consistent, huh?
Oh, consistency is his middle name. It's Al Consistency Horford.
That's true, Shaq. You can look it up. That does it for now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Toronto. Well, they're certainly excited about this one. And they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. Two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
You know what? This game has been circled on every NBA fan's calendar for a while now. Can't wait to see what unfolds here.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. This game pitting two conference rivals against one another. A little extra riding on this one. We'll see it, too.
Yeah, you'll see, because the game will get a little chippy, a little physical, and both of these teams understand they both can't get to the conference finals.
Oh, talking out there, too, huh?
Yeah,
were you a talker?
Big talker.
Were you?
Yes, I loved it.
Plus, you're in broadcasting. I see the connection. I finally have figured it out. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Horford, and it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Thomas against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Here's DeRozan. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find him. Clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
Valanciunas hits them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Bradley. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Bradley's got his second basket. Boston on D. Lowry with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game. Outstanding job looking for his teammate and connecting with him with a flawless pass.
Bradley kicks to Johnson. Outside Crowder from deep. Thomas off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. On the wing, DeRozan. Off the screen, Crowder with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Makes a big height bounce and goes in.
I love this game plan. Attack, attack, attack. That's why they're already 4 for 4.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Left side, DeRozan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And one thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big, usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan is very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top, does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll, gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
That free throw, no good.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team, and he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
Good on the second free throw.
DeMar DeRozan has turned the corner from being a guy who helps with the scoring load to a guy who can carry the scoring load. Has a lot of ways to put up points on the board.
Now here's Thomas. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game. Here's Horford. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
And Steve, for DeRozan and his scoring impact, not only have his points gone up, but he's scoring at a more efficient rate, not just a volume shooter anymore.
Well, started off as a slasher. Now he's a guy comfortable in the mid-range, handling the basketball, getting to the free throw line. It is scary if he can add the 3-ball.
So Horford gets 2. Well, the playoffs are coming up soon enough, Smitty, and everyone knows it's a different atmosphere in the playoffs. But having been there yourself many times, just how different is playoff basketball compared to the regular season?
What it is, Kevin, is best out of 7. You play this team over and over. You know all their sets, all their play calling, and what you have to do is try to outwill them, outthink them. Totally different when you see a team this week. May not see them again for another 2 or 3 weeks.
So if you know what they're going to do, it's all execution. Right?
Yeah, it's all execution.
Yeah.
You know a pick is coming, but who sets a good pick? Who rolls? Who's unselfish?
Pass to Valanciunas. Leaner from distance. And again, Toronto no luck.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Powell with the steal.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
Celtics leading by 6. Crowder kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Johnson. Horford with a screen on Carroll. And Thomas has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Thomas got 5 now.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Lowry against Thomas. Lowry kicks to Powell. There's a good screen. Lets it go from the wing. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry.
That kind of shot is something that DeRozan has worked hard on to make consistent.
Picked by Horford. Outside Bradley. Passes it to Thomas. And the shot falls short this time.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Now here's Powell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Thomas. To the inside. Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
And Casey went straight from playing at Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades. Coached in Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
Second free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 7. And here is Powell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Here's Lowry. It's Lowry again missing.
Because he's such an explosive force down low, the defense threw everything they had at him, and it worked.
Johnson the screen. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Back to Thomas. With the teardrop, it's deflected.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
Valanciunas with a screen on Crowder. On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by Crowder. And it's good, 2 points.
It's impossible to stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big three and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
Making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Smart's checked in. Here's Smart. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans. And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yet, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, you have to make a quantity for quality trade because you only get 15 spots.
And the Celtics with possession here. Raptors knocking down the tray. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Thomas got 7 points in the game. Raptors trail by 4. Here is Lowry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Beyond the arc. Carroll.
Plays like that are where you see the tenaciousness of DeMar Carroll. He can get after those 50-50 balls.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Feeds it to Horford. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Joseph. Back to Lowry. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. 6 on the shot clock. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Joseph. And that misses. That would have put him up. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. In the corner, Smart with it. From the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Carroll's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here is Lowry. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And then for Boston, Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Brown in for Crowder. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. That ties it up. Carroll's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Outside Thomas. There's the screen. In the corner, Smart with it. Boston again missing. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Back to Joseph. The feed to Carroll. Back to Joseph. 5 on the clock. Lowry inside the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Thomas with the ball. He's got 7. Dishes to Horford. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Horford. Raptors shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. High arcing shot. Doesn't go that time.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
And yeah, you look at him and look at his face, his expressions. He has definitely lost his confidence.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
DeMar Carroll, the Alabama product, pretty much a specialist when he started talking about a guy on the defensive end. Now you have to add to his repertoire a guy that can knock down the 3-ball.
Now here is Horford. He has 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Jerebko can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Carroll is a prototypical 3 and D player. Shoots just under 40% most years from deep, and you cannot ignore his defense.
No, not at all. He's one of the best in the business on the ball and off the ball. He uses his length and his quickness to be able to guard those terrific wing players. He had all the room he needed to get the shot off, just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Brown wide open, he fired. No good on the triple. Toronto trailing. Up top DeRozan, inside, and he dunks it down.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Now Smart, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's the dish to Jerebko. Horford the pass to Jerebko. Lowry against Thomas. Boston again missing. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Patterson, the screen. Rosen dishes to Patterson. That puts them in the lead. Patterson's got his first points of the night.
You like Patterson because he's always looking for a spot on the floor to score.
Lowry against Thomas. 14 feet away. Thomas with another miss.
He's usually money from mid-range, but the defender got up in his shirt, took him out of rhythm.
Outside DeRozan. Unloads. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Thomas. He's off on that one. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Corey Joseph, born in Toronto, gives us his thoughts about returning north of the border via free agency.
Oh, I played a big part in that. You know, ever since I was growing up, I was a Toronto Raptors fan. You know, growing up, watching them, you know, just having it in my dreams, me and my brother, and, you know, Tristan, Mike, all those guys playing together, just knowing if we get the opportunity, you know, just trying to make the best out of it.
And having won a championship with the Spurs in 2014, you wonder how much of Joseph's experience can carry over to help the Raptors.
You know, it's always good to have rings in the locker room, especially for big games. And what I like about Joseph is that he's just now starting to realize his potential.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they were in total lockdown mode there. Can they keep it up for their entire game? It remains to be seen.
On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. And it's Rozier in at the point.
The Raptors has embraced a physical style of play. Strong on the glass, forcing a lot of turnovers, and offensively, they live at the free throw line.
And the first one drops. And as you always say, the Raptors play tough, but they also play under control.
That's the key. They force turnovers and they draw fouls, but don't commit them at the other end. The sign of a well-coached team, it gives them a huge advantage.
Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in, and so he hits both. Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Olynyk. Nogueira with the steal. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Raptors.
And when you're riding on the upper end of the conference like these guys are, you usually have an excellent distribution of how and where you get your points. And these guys have a very effective offense, getting it done inside, outside, and from mid-range as well.
First one falls for him.
Just a solid player, Patrick Patterson. Comes off the bench, but he also can play starters minutes. Slightly undersized, but finds a way to get it done.
Both good from the line that time. And with Patterson, the Kentucky product, he's very comfortable both inside and outside on the offensive end.
Yes, also as a starter coming off the bench, but I think he's more effective coming off the bench. He brings instant offense for his team.
Now here's Ross. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bradley kicks to Rozier. Brown. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Pass to Ross. Kicks it to Patterson. And it's Joseph in the corner. Pocket 6. Olynyk with the steal. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the dunk by Nogueira.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, has become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A. Thanks. And so much of the modern offense, Steve, comes from players creating chances for the shooters on this team. Who do you think are the best playmakers right now in the NBA?
I think Chris Paul. I think Rondo is very good. Yeah, Steph. John Wall has done a nice job being able to become more of a traditional point guard who can score. Some other minds that come to mind. Ricky Rubio is kind of a pass-first point guard. So there are some guys that can get out and really play that point guard position.
Here's Rozier, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Screen by Olynyk. Bradley, no one around him. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
The D was absolutely awful, and the fans let them know about it at the end.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Rozier, the pass to Urepko. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month. In 4th, the Celtics.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Boston making some changes. Johnson comes in for Urepko. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Brown. And Patterson drops them both. And the Raptors with a die-hard fan base. The fan support only getting stronger as they've become a consistent factor in the Eastern Conference.
This team is unique in the NBA. They represent the entire nation of Canada. Toronto's the league's 5th largest market. A lot of fans from far and wide tuning in and rooting them on.
Ross dishes to Joseph. The baseline J. He squares up and sinks it. Joseph's got 5.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Yes, the reason why they've moved the basketball around to get wide open looks.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And checking out the numbers for Joseph, his last 10 games, he's getting around 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
Now, here's Bradley. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Ross kicks to Patterson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
The Raptors have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And Patterson drops them both.
And shooting over 90% from the line here today. In this quarter especially, they've been fantastic.
Here's Rozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the inside. Boston again missing. Raptors leading by 13. Powell kicks to Joseph. And here's Nogueira. And it's good for 2.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Steve, you played in an era of Michael Jordan where the dunk was probably the most exciting single play in basketball. But now with the rise of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and the ability to hit from anywhere, that three-point shot has, in some people's view, overtaken the dunk as the most exciting, most skilled play in basketball. What do you think?
Kevin, fantastic question. I mean, I didn't think anything could take away from the dunk. You're talking about exciting, athletic, high rise. But Steph are shooting some of these, I would say, half-court shots. It's right there. I'm going to still have the dunk a little bit edge over the three-point shot.
Well, it's superhuman to watch with these players. And we saw it at the All-Star break with Levine and what he had done, and certainly with Gordon, Aaron Gordon. It's amazing to watch these kids jump, but the skill required to take that three-point shot and be as consistently good as you were at one time, certainly the way these historical shots of Golden State with Curry are going in, to me it's mesmerizing.
It is. I mean, it's just phenomenal to get a chance to see these guys shoot the basketball off the dribble with range. But if I could see somebody elevate like a Vince Carter, like Zach LaVine, I think you get more excited.
I get it. I can't argue that point at all. Patterson passes to Nogueira. Now here's Bradley, guarded by Powell. Rozier kicks to Olynyk. There's a screen. Clock at 6. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Bradley. The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Powell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Norman Powell. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. He hits both from the stripe. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Rozier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. For 3, Olynyk, and he's good on the 3-ball.
His skill set really spaces out the floor, given how lights out he is from outside.
There's the pass to Ross. Now here's Joseph. 5 points in the game. Floats one. Rebound by Olynyk.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
13 feet away. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Olynyk's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics. Ross kicks to Valanciunas. It's picked off. Tries from 10, and another basket for Boston. Toronto leading by 6. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Back to Joseph. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, played solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
He's off on the first. Some changes for Toronto. Damari Carroll's checked in for Nogueira. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Norman Powell. The Celtics also changing it up. Al Horford is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Smart comes in for Bradley. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rozier. And he sinks the second. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Outside Thomas. To the paint. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
The first free throw is good. Well, for every NBA player, there seems to be a moment, Smitty, when they realize that they had a special talent, that the game came easy to them. Did you have that kind of moment where you said, you know what, I'm pretty good at this game?
You know what helped me, Kevin? Drafted by the Miami Heat. And sometimes where you're drafted and the people around you. I played with Glenn Rice from the state of Michigan, played at Michigan. Then I also played with Willie Burton. He's from my neighborhood.
Sure is.
So getting a chance to have guys familiar, some similar backgrounds, Grant Long as well, it made life a little bit easier. I think when I knew I was special, when the first time I heard my name in the starting lineup.
I bet. And Miami is not too bad a city to begin your
not
career
at all.
in.
Yeah, Michigan was pretty cold. I was down there in Miami.
Here's Thomas, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Thomas kicks to Horford. That one falls. Horford's got 10 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Down low, here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Smart kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics working the ball around now. Horford, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lowry against Thomas. Lowry dishes to Joseph. Outside DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Steve, one complaint the fans have had with Valanciunas is that he has not been given enough time on the floor. Whenever he's out there, he's impactful, but he is never, it seems, staying on the court as long as the fans would like.
Yeah, I think for him is he's been great in short bursts. He's never averaged more than 28 minutes a game, even when he's a starter in his whole career. Consistency for a long time is the next step for Valanciunas.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Coach checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Crowder. While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. Number 5 is Isaiah Thomas.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Celtics trail by 10. Over to the left wing. Smart. Misses the 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Raptors, Jonas Valanciunas, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Valanciunas hits them both. Celtics trail by 12. Thomas with the ball. He has 7. In the corner, Smart with it. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 4 assists in the game. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. And Valanciunas kicks to Joseph. Pass to DeRozan. Unloads from 13. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Brown. Jerebko kicks to Thomas. Now Smart. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Horford. They grab their own miss. Here's the screen. A second chance effort. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Lowry. Averaging 22 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Al Horford drops them both.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And here's Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Thomas. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, you don't think dead-eye shooter, Steve, when you think of Kyle Lowry. That's exactly what he has been at that point guard position for most of his career. Very good shot from distance, and he can stretch out the D.
Ever since his days in Houston, Lowry has been working to improve his 3-ball. He's been taking over 5 a game for the last few seasons and hitting them at a great clip. Adding the 3-ball is what's taken him from being a starter on a team to an all-star in this league.
That one is off.
Well, Lowry has always been so consistent at getting himself to the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good.
And doing a good job from the line here in the second quarter.
Thomas against Lowry. Smart misses.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
They set the pick. Passes to DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Brown. DeRozan against Brown. And it's DeRozan missing.
Blown opportunity right there. Point blank lay in. Come on now.
Count that one.
And the skills of Brown. Not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. Shoots a 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Good on the 3-point shot. Now it's just a 3-point Toronto lead.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Brown against DeRozan. He dishes it to Joseph. Here's Valanciunas. The shot, no good. Rebko. Got it!
Yes, indeed.
He got it! What a shot!
Concentration.
OMG, that's how you silence a crowd.
It's all tied in Toronto. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Jonas Valanciunas, you have been in the zone so far. What has your approach been down low in the paint?
You know, I'm just playing my game. Kyle Lowry doing a great job passing the ball, so, you know, it's good to play like that.
Starts with inside-out play, right? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
That's it for halftime. We will see you and you too later. Now back to the action.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Al Horford has been sensational.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
Well, once you know that the only defense they can offer is fouling you, the game is yours.
Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Lowry out there with Powell. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's DeRozan in at small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here is Lowry. Right side DeRozan. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Man, at an important point in this game, that kind of turnover can really shift momentum.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Thomas. Outside Crowder. DeRozan with the rebound. He kicks to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Boston. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 18 points in the game.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas."
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Here's Crowder, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Carroll doesn't throw it down too often, but he's more than capable, as he showed there.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 7. Inside, here's Johnson, and it's blocked by DeRozan. Powell dishes to Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Powell for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. Thomas against Lowry. Shot to stop the run. Thomas's shot is off.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Now here's Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Powell for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Celtics trail by 6. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Celtics have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Horford. Some changes for Toronto. Nogueira's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Terry Rozier's checked in for Boston. So Horford gets 2.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and he showed it there.
Powell with it. He's got 15. Johnson over to help. Powell, the pass to Nogueira, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And a look here at the shot chart.
What a display we've seen from them so far. Every half open look they've gotten, they've knocked down and show no signs of letting up. Right now, they are in the driver's seat. As long as they can keep their rhythm on offense, they'll just steamroll this team the rest of the way.
Celtics trail by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Picked by Horford. Here's Rozier. 5 points in the game. Feeds it to Horford. The 8-footer. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Horford's got 22. Lowry kicks to Ross. It's Nogueira top of the key. Here's Lowry. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Lowry knows the contact is coming, really demonstrating his strength.
Olynyk is checked in for Boston.
The All-Star Kyle Lowry last season played fantastic basketball throughout the year. Up and down, had some huge cold streaks in the postseason. But when it was time to make big plays and big shots, he stepped up.
Here's Rozier. Johnson outside. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him. Pass to Rozier. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Crowder. The offensive rebound to the right side. Bradley kicks to Johnson. The feed now to Olynyk. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And for Lowry, it was revealed he was dealing with an elbow injury at the end of the season and during the playoffs. And Stephen Helpett explains why he was so inconsistent with his play.
But you love that he never complained, never talked about it, just kept battling. He's one of those guys, yes, he struggled, but he leaves it out there on the court. But he had some moments where he made a lot of big shots in the playoffs.
So Olynyk nails both of them. Raptors leading by 3. Powell kicks to Lowry. It's Nogueira top of the key. Nogueira gets a screen for Ross. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Ross. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes in. Lucas Nogueira.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. So it's Toronto now. Now Powell. He's got 15. Outside Lowry. Back to Powell. For three, Ross. A rebound by the Celtics. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley. Boston making some changes. Yarebko's checked in for Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Crowder. And so Bradley nails both of them. For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Ross kicks to Patterson. Now here's Powell. Guarded by Smart. Dishes to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. Powell for 3. Rebounded by Yarebko. Yarebko's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Rozier. Now recovering. Rozier the pass to Yarebko. There's the pick. The dish now to Bradley. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bradley's got 4 this quarter.
When you have a reliable floater like that, it can be absolutely lethal.
Powell kicks to Nogueira. And there's the pass to Patterson. And the shot no good, a bit short. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's Bradley on the wing. Here's Smart. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And at this point in his career, Marcus Smart, more of a defensive specialist, you know, offensively an improving shooter and an improving decision maker as well. But his defense is where he hangs his hat. And I do think, though, you're starting to see a gradual improvement in terms of his ability to make open shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And talking about the defensive prowess of Marcus Smart, there's no question, Greg, at 6'4", 220, he's got almost a football-like build, and I know you like football.
Yeah, if football was his first love, played strong safety and wide receiver, and plays a little bit of that in the NBA as it is. He brings that physicality and fire to the hardwood. It can be an intimidating presence on the defensive side of the floor.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now here's Olynyk. He's got 9. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Ross with a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Boston's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Screen by Olynyk. Smart dishes to Olynyk. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 11 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Kicks it to Joseph. Back to Lowry. Here's Rozier. Got a hand on it. And here is Patterson. He's got 10, and good that time.
Not a lot of forwards in the league are as comfortable from range as Patterson is.
Now here's Brown. Olynyk, a screen on Ross. Pass to Olynyk. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Olynyk's got 9 points here in the second half. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And Patterson kicks to Ross. There's the pick. He feeds it to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lowry's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Raptors. Here's Rozier. He has 5. Over to the wing. And again, Boston with the triple.
It only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Gave up a little momentum and then grabbed it right back.
Now here's Ross. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Outside Lowry. Tries it from the top of the key. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Boston the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
They never let them get into any sort of comfort zone. And because of that, they were out of sorts all game long.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
The screen from Brown. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Toronto's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Nogueira kicks to Joseph. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 6 in the quarter.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Smart passes to Urebko. Pass to Brown. Screen by Olynyk. Top of the key. Joseph with the rebound. Raptors with the lead. He dishes it to Patterson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
And that one misses. Some changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nogueira. Damari Carroll comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's DeRozan in for Kyle Lowry. Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Rozier. He hits the second from the line. Celtics trail by 3. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Horford with it. 22 points for him. Shot clock at 5. He kicks to Urebko. Drops in the tray. Urebko's got it all tied up now for Boston.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Feeds to DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Joseph. He has 6. On the wing, DeRozan. The baseline J. Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thomas outside. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. On the floor for Boston, Thomas and Smart, the feisty backcourt pairing. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Horford in at the 5. And he makes that one.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Boston trailing. And here's Smart. Thomas up top. Back to Smart. Five to shoot. Picked by Horford. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. It's DeRozan top of the key. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
Jacks up a 3. Shot by Crowder, no good. A wide open look here for DeRozan. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Picked by Horford. There's Thomas with the 3. Thomas with another miss.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Outstanding focus by Valanciunas on the shot. He is just a big, strong player who brushes off opposing defenders.
And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson kicks to Bradley. To the left wing. Here's Smart. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Marcus Smart. Outside Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, with how great DeMar DeRozan is at scoring, you know he's going to get to the line a few times every game.
Shooting for Toronto, DeMar DeRozan. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Smart. Picked by Horford. Now the feed to Johnson. It's stolen by Carroll. To the middle. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. That shot misses. Celtics trail by 9. Dishes it to Smart. Johnson the screen. Smart kicks to Crowder. In the corner, Smart with it. 6 to shoot. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. With some arc. Johnson with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
And Jay Crowder really kind of stuck as a role player in Dallas, sent the Celtics in the Rondo trade, and boy, has he been a culture setter for Boston. The consummate pro, one of the most competitive players in our league, and he's become a difference maker on both ends. I think he's improved tremendously in the past season. Credit him and Coach Brad Stevens.
Here's Horford. Boston, no good that time either.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And one of the things that stands out about Jay Crowder is that at 6'6", 235, very physically strong.
Yeah, he plays bigger than his height, not shy about throwing his weight around. And one of the league leaders in steals per game. He can cover on the wing and body you up on the block.
Now here's Lowry, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Here is Ross. Pulls up on the wing, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Smart with the ball. Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Smart. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Smart misses.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
He gets that one.
Not the best possession, but somehow they got the shot to fall.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Now here's Johnson. The dish to Bradley. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Carroll up again. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Now Lowry kicks it to Ross. Second chance shot. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's stolen by Valanciunas. It's stolen by Bradley. The quick look, no good that time.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Now here's Lowry, guarded by Smart. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Boston on D. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Deep 2 from Ross.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Here's Crowder. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. Bradley dishes to Horford. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Here's Powell. Pass to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Carroll. The 3. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead.
Nice shot by Smart.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Raptors leading by 4. Ross passes to Valanciunas.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses.
At the line for your Raptors, Jonas Valanciunas, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Valanciunas hits them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Smart dishes to Johnson. Picked by Horford. Johnson kicks to Bradley. Toronto grabs the miss.
Worked it inside. Normally an easy basket for him, but just a little out of rhythm on the release.
Outside for Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. And it's Lowry penetrating.
When he gets into the lane, Kyle Lowry is so hard to predict, which is why he'll get to the line so often.
Shooting for Toronto, Kyle Lowry. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Boston making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Wow, you know he's got to be beside himself. Terrible unforced error.
Toronto leading by 7. Passes it to Powell. Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. Johnson with the block. And they get it back.
Amari Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of times for a wing player. But you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Shooting for Toronto, Amari Carroll. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Carroll. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the 2016 draft lottery, Steve, was the first time ever that it played out exactly in the order of the team's records. So that being said, do you think there's still enough uncertainty in the way the lottery's handled?
Yeah, I think a little bit. What I would love to see, though, Kevin, is these teams that's repeatedly in the lottery year after year after year, I think you have to be penalized some kind of way. After 2 or 3 years, you can't be in the lottery or you can't get the first 5 picks. I think you have to be competitive.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. Lowry with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Up top DeRozan. There's the screen. He tries for 3. Rebound Boston. Horford's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here's Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. Count it, and the foul. Horford. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Zeller is checked in for Al Horford. Celtics trail by 10. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Olynyk, he's checked in for Boston. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
Here's Thomas. Olynyk, a screen on Lowry. Thomas passes to Olynyk. And that one falls for Olynyk. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Raptors leading by 8. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Screened by Valanciunas. Carroll dishes to DeRozan. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. DeRozan's got 12 points in just the second half. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And here's Bradley near the three-point line. It's Thomas. That one off the back iron and out. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
when a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
For Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Celtics trail by 11. Now here's Thomas. Olynyk in the corner. Launches it. That one no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Elbow shot is on the way. No good off the front iron. Celtic shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Outside Thomas. Seen by Olynyk. Bradley with the ball. Lowry picks him up. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. .24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Powell with the steal. A 3-ball. Rebound by Olynyk.
No defensive pressure. That's a 3-point attempt he loved to have back.
Outside Bradley. Screen by Olynyk. Bradley passes to Thomas. 4 on the clock. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And they pick up 2. And the Raptors lead by 13.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over.
And the basket by Olynyk. Here's Powell. Outside Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyle. Looked like the defense really got it done for you tonight.
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
That's been your identity as a team for a while. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game. DeMar DeRozan really answered the bell in the fourth quarter. He got into attack mode early. That fired up his teammates. End of story.
Excellent scoring effort from him tonight. Every time it seemed like they needed a bucket, he was the guy there to give it to him. The defense really never got a feel for him and how to play him.
The athletic ability of DeMar DeRozan is off the charts, but he's got a great head on his shoulders, too. I like this kid from California. And we got a good taste of how well he combines his smarts and his skills tonight.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.